And now, introducing the new SneakyG Man store on SD. All you got to do, go on to SD, type in SneakyG Man store, and you could get your very own Are You My Malacca shirt, Samsung cell phone case, or just a cap or a beanie. Let's go Giants. Ow. Hey guys, I appreciate you wanting to enjoy the show. First, I got to give a couple shout outs. First off, I want to give a shout out to dresscomfy.com. She has the latest and greatest for SneakyG Man merch. So please, check it out. dresscomfy.com. Also want to give a shout out to 3 a.m. Water Hydration for the go-getters. Natural spring water. Go get it. Now let's go do the damn thing. Before we do the damn thing, I got to give a shout out to George's Trophies, aka Sergeant M replica trophies. Guys, Father's Day coming up soon. This is the perfect gift. Matter of fact, this is the perfect gift for any occasion. I mean, who wouldn't want a replica Super Bowl trophy of their team? The team that got the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. So when you get a chance, go to his Facebook page, George's Trophies, a.k.a. Sergeant M's Replica Trophies. Now, we gonna do the damn thing.
You're listening to Make It Count, the SneakyG podcast on Northeast Streaming Sports.
Is this thing on?
It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go Giants. Ow! What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG. What is up? One day and a wake up. One day and a wake up and the drive for 5 or 9, because I am an NFL historian myself, begins. And I'm so happy that I got a bunch of people in the backstage. I got a bunch of people on TikTok. What happened? Did I kick myself out? Did I just kick myself out? Okay, did y'all see the intro at least? Hold on. Did I do the... See, this is what I love about live TV. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, I've been getting a lot of slack last couple of days. Okay. And I'm gonna back that up. I got TikTok going. All right. I've been getting some slack because I made a comment about not wanting a dual Carter. And before I bring people in, I'm gonna put the link out again too. I'm gonna put out a link again so we can get more people in the gathering. Look, people. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm honest and upfront with y'all. The reason why I say, and I'm not going to, no, I am going to say, I don't want him. Look, and the Giants aren't going to listen to what I say. Why? Because they have more information about him than I do. Okay. I'm only 10 toes down on moving on to someone else because of the fact of the history of injuries that we've had over the past few years. And I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong on this. But as we talked about it last week, I don't want to get a player dynamic and college, tore it up. Was the man, right? And a week after we draft him, his stress fracture in his foot needs surgery. That's all I'm saying. That's all my concern is. I would rather get someone that has no fractures, no nothing, ready to rock and roll. And I know that it's a non-issue. If it was a non-issue, why bring it up? Why did it come up? Why did it surface? Was it purposely move him down in the draft? Is it is it strategic? Did a certain team do it so other teams wouldn't look at him? I mean, there's a lot of rhyme and reason as to the why. Then I saw the X-ray and I'm like, man, Danny,
Baby, what's going on?
Look, I've been getting heat from Giants fans. Okay?
Yeah,
Rightfully so. Right, and I'll
yeah.
take it. I'll take it.
And I've been getting heat myself because who I want them to take at 3. So I'm in the same boat with you.
So, okay, hold on. Let me grab some other people. Let me let's see.
KC, what up, baby?
What's up? How you doing?
There go my guy Mark, baby.
If I bring
How
Mark,
y'all doing?
if I have Casey, I gotta bring Jalen.
What up, Danny?
Yeah,
What up,
what up?
Someone's having a good time.
And I'm like, what was that?
That would be my
Mother.
Yep. Sad, ma.
Someone's having a good time. I feel a little left out over here.
But yes, you have a right to be like hesitant, about a dual Carter, brother. You have a right to be, It is. It comes with it comes. Yeah.
What's up?
You got a right to be hesitant about Shedeur Sanders.
Hey, watch it now, buddy.
Actually, truth be told, I'm more hesitant about Travis Hunter than anybody.
Really?
Really?
I was gonna say I got my reasons for that. I'll explain it.
Okay, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Beast. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, like it's kind of the same reason Sneaky's skeptical about Abdul Carter. I was gonna say, like, Travis Hunter's sophomore season, dude was out for at least half of that season with an injury. Plus, not to mention what he said about, like how he said, oh, well, if I don't get to play both sides of the ball, I'm gonna stop playing football.
I think that's all BS.
Dog, you can't
say that to a team.
Exactly my point. It's like you
can't do that to any team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, look, you pulled it off in college, which, I'm impressed that you did that. However, you can't do that in the pros. It's like, if you really think you about to go out there, run your routes, and then go cover somebody on defense.
Nope. Okay, so and then that's the point I'm trying to make too. There is no way that he's going to run a deep route, right? Miss a ball, and then on the next play cover Stephon Diggs.
Nope.
You know, or I'm not saying they're gonna put him on a number one wide receiver, but I mean, I'm just.
But it might happen. It might happen. He might have to cover one.
Look,
yeah.
I'll say Travis Hunter weighs 185 pounds. At least that's what he's listed as.
Yeah, 185. That ain't going. That's not going to cut it.
He's not going up against Jamar Chase. He's not going up against Justin Jefferson. He's not going up against these dudes. Like they are bigger and stronger than he is. That's not going to happen. He needs to figure out which side of the ball he's going to play, and if it's going to be corner, it's going to be slot corner.
Or what he could do is be like Otani. You have one season you play wide receiver, the other season you play DB. That's it. Flip flop.
Well,
you start flip flopping.
I could see the Giants, bring him in. Maybe we'll put him at DB, and then sprinkle him here and there as a wide receiver. But as a full-time, two-time,
I don't see that.
No.
I don't see that.
You're not going to be able to do that in the pros. But honestly, like that's part of the reason.
Well, I mean, like I said, I could.
Well, here's the other thing for me, real quick.
All right.
If anybody would have done it, it would have been the likes of Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders,
yeah.
Cats that play different sports altogether. You think they couldn't play offense and defense? They could, but their teams wouldn't let them.
Yeah, not to mention, it's like if those guys got hurt, you're down a starter on both sides of the ball. Well, that's how it worked with Travis Hunter, at least.
That's true too.
And I think that our cornerback room and our wide receiver rooms are solid enough that adding Hunter would just be, ridiculous.
And that's what I said before Sneaky show. I'm like, I was telling Sneaky, I'm like, I posed the question. I'm like, do we really need Abdul Carter, or do we really need a Travis Hunter on our team? Like, do we really need any of those two players?
I don't think we need either one.
We don't really need either one.
Exactly. What do we need?
Identity.
We do need
that too, but we need a franchise quarterback.
Yeah, but what position is most in need? And that, I mean, it goes without saying. So I was watching ESPN this morning while I was at work, and Greeny made a comment. He said that John Mara may intervene and force the hand.
What did I tell you?
Shane and Dable.
What did I tell you?
And
if he does that, he shouldn't be trying to fire anybody.
But at the same time, can you blame him?
And he's fed up with everybody already. He's fed up.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Then he should have fired him last year. If he's fed up,
he should have. Yes, he should have.
But
I guess he's
now. If you're letting the GM and the coach stay, you need to let them be the GM and the coach.
Exactly.
Next up.
But I guess he doesn't trust Joe or Jable to make the right.
Well, I don't want to go that far. I don't want to go that far and say you don't trust him. And again, this is all speculation.
Mm-hmm.
However, the owner could just be fed up with the way the process is going. Maybe he's not happy with. I don't even want to go that far.
I got one name for you.
The times that I've been a Giants fan, I can't recall a time.
Jerry Jones. That's perfect.
Huh?
I said I got one name for you, Jerry Jones.
Well, no, I'm talking about John Mara. I can't remember. I can't recall.
Talking about. Well, what I'm saying is, Jones is notorious for being that guy that's going to step in and.
He wants to be hands on. He wants to be hands on.
Oh, of course. No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about John Mara. I don't remember or can recall a time where John Mara put his foot down and said, "No, this is how we're going to move forward with this."
Yeah.
This is, I mean, to be 100% honest, and chat, please, if you recall anything different, look, they traded Odell. We didn't re-sign, Kevin Durant. I mean, there's moves. Eli, missed out on a consecutive streak. There's been many times
we fumbled the ball. We fumbled the ball a few times.
There's been many times where Mara or even Steve Tisch could have stepped in, but didn't. And that's the point I'm trying to make. If it is true, if what they say on ESPN, right, the allegations, if it is true, this is the first time that I can recall a GM stepping in and making a stance. If this is true.
You mean an owner?
You mean the owner?
I'm sorry, owner. Yeah, owner.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I heard too. So
if the owner steps in, you know who he's taking. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If he steps
and who
in,
would that be, Danny?
come on now, baby. Come on now. He's taking Shador.
Dion's kid.
Corbin, I'm sorry. Were you saying something?
Yeah, I mean, am I the only one that's thinking that Jalen Miro is a steal?
Nah, I wouldn't
think-
want him on the Giants, brother. I
Look,
wouldn't want him on the Giants.
let me make this point right now. We all watch Giants football, right?
For sure.
We all watch the games, right?
Every
For sure.
Sunday.
What is happening as soon as the ball is hiked half a second, bro? They're already in the backfield every time. Jalen Milroe has shown that he can get to the next level. He can escape the pressure. And Daniel Jones already showed us you don't have to throw the ball 90 yards down the field to win a playoff game. Jalen Milroe can run. He can escape. He can create. He can do all the things that happens to Giants quarterbacks while they're getting pressured.
Okay, you have
Hey,
a point there.
Okay.
You talking about second round? We could
can't
we could
base an
draft
offense
top
off
three.
that.
I mean, you talking second round.
I'm sorry, Corey, but I'm staying away from Jalen Milroe.
Tell me why.
Honestly, I am too.
I'm just staying away, bro.
Well,
I'm okay with him in the second or the third round. Just
Yeah, but not
that's a steal.
No,
That's what I'm
not
saying.
in 3.
I
Not
think the reason why there's some
Three,
hesitation
hell no.
with
And
him,
at 3,
if you
there's some
talking second
hesitation with him
round,
because
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. Because that's the
So,
steal
like,
in my book.
at 3, no, thank you.
Oh no! I'm talking second round.
No, I mean, okay, in the second round, yes, and that's if Dart's off the
I
board.
would take Dart before Jalen.
And also, I
think Dart will be off the board by the second round.
I don't know if the value of Melrose has increased any since that. What was it? The Capital One bowl game against Michigan? Was it Capital One? I don't know.
That was horrible.
That was a disaster type of game, and the biggest notch on Melrose is that his play is not consistent. That's the problem.
He'll go out and have a ridiculous game one game, and then he'll have one of the worst games of the season the next.
Can we be fair though? Isn't Brian Dable supposed to be a quarterback whisperer?
Yeah, I mean he did take us to the playoffs, won a playoff game in his first season.
Dable likes Jackson Dart.
What's up?
I see that.
Dable likes Jackson Dart.
And I heard Joe Shane likes Shador Sanders. That's what I heard too. They're divided. They're divided. They're divided. Everybody's divided.
The guy who likes Shador Sanders a lot in the building is Brandon Brown. Brandon Brown loves Shador Sanders.
Interesting.
Everybody, it's like a house divided in there, bro.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
What's up, Gabe? How are you, buddy?
Buddy, you've got to watch the tape on Shador. Oh my gosh, Danny, it's not pretty, man. It really ain't as pretty.
Listen, I'm standing on business, baby. I'm standing on business.
See the videos I sent you of me taking 40+ yards.
You can show me videos. You can show me photos, whatever. I'm standing on business, baby.
Danny has been talking about Shador since like September.
I'm not wavering, baby. I'm not wavering, baby.
What is not good about Shador?
What is not good about Shador? Oh my gosh, let me.
Floor's yours, Gabe.
That boy got a list. That boy got a list.
Hold on. Because you know what usually happens when I ask that question? They throw some theatrics, just like how I asked the question. I would expect a simple answer, but all I got was, "Oh my God, where do I start?" Okay,
I'm starting. Hold up, I'm starting. No, hold up. Jeez, I'm starting. All right. So first off, everyone likes to have this narrative that Shador extends plays and everything like that. He does extend, but he doesn't. He consistently also takes 40+ yard sacks.
Well, damn.
It's or maybe not 40, 20. I'll say 20 plus.
I was gonna say
you was
40
really
yards.
you was really about to be
I was about
So,
to
like,
say,
what
you
he'll
might want
do-
to hold down on the exaggeration there, Gabe.
What he'll do is he'll try to extend a play, right? But he starts running, literally runs backwards, and he takes a sack in the end.
Okay.
Or
I
he
mean,
fumbles, or he
that's
fumbles.
it.
Now,
That's
to
it.
be fair, hold on, guys. To be fair, I will agree with Gabe. Matter of fact, if you look at his
Guys.
collegiate statistics, no, I'm saying look at his rushing yards. It's in the negative. We looked at it last week. What was it? A
Guys,
negative
because
125?
all right, so let me explain something to y'all because
And I'm not saying that's why I wouldn't get him. I'm just saying I gotta co-sign what Gabe said. It's true.
All right, so the difference between me and a lot of Shador, I guess, stands is that I am someone who watched every single one of his games. So the narratives won't fly by with me because I've seen it. See, people say that, but they don't like to tell the full aspect of things. We do realize and understand that he has been dealt a horrible hand when it comes to offensive lines. Right?
Oh my gosh, just like Daniel Jones. Oh my God.
Okay,
Yeah,
TP.
But
I knew you were gonna go that way, and I knew that's what Gabe was gonna say.
okay, so you say
Yeah.
just like all right, but this is the problem with Giant fans is everything is just like Daniel Jones. No, this is just a problem that quarterbacks deal with, and period. Like literally, Patrick Mahomes has dealt with the same exact thing. Patrick Mahomes has taken sacks when he hasn't had offensive line play. It just
Tom Brady
happens.
did.
That's football. Tom Brady.
Saquon
you
used
could
to
go
run
on
5
and on.
yards back from the line of scrimmage to make a play, and look how that turned out.
It's part of football. It's a part of the game. It just comes with the territory. But what we can't deny, which I give Gabe credit because he at least says something that a lot of people don't say, is that, he makes plenty of plays doing that, having that style of play. And he would not be talked about now if he didn't do it. That's the fact of the matter. If he didn't do that, we would not be talking about Shador Sanders at all.
I suppose you have a point.
Now, the positive I'll say about Shador is this. Look, he got a 70% completion ratio or completion percentage playing for Buffalo. Okay, for Colorado, right? For D1.
Yeah.
And he had, if not the same, when he played for Jackson State.
Consistent.
So we can say he is consistent. I'll give him that. And I'm not going to say who I want yet. I'm trying to save that for Thursday's show, or I might even, I'm thinking about doing a show tomorrow just for the build up for the draft on Thursday. But I will say this: I wouldn't be surprised if Shador does get taken at 3 with the Giants. I mean, there's a lot of back and forth, and there's a lot of speculation. Of course, I'm seeing every mock draft talking about Carter. And if I may, TP, I know we'll get on. We'll talk about Shador some more, but I also want to. I want to call out Gabe real quick. And it's when I mean call out, yeah, I'm going to call you out, Gabe. We've been going back and forth about Abdul Carter, okay? And at first, Gabe, when we were, on Instagram and the DMs going back and forth, I understand what you're saying, okay? But then I realized, wait a minute, he's from Penn State. Is there some kind of biases you got going on, Gabe?
Come on, Gabe. Where is he? There? Come on, Gabe. Gabe, you there?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
His internet is
I think
lagging
you got
too
him.
much.
Oh, there he is.
Uh-oh.
Are you there,
back?
Gabe?
Nah, man.
Probably send him back. Take him off and send him and put him back in.
To the Shadow Realm he goes.
Where'd he go?
Shadow Realm.
Yep, I think you told
He
me
fell
all I
asleep.
needed to know.
No.
No, that's Daryl's specialty.
I tell you, I think we're overthinking it, man. How you look at Jalen Milroe and y'all don't see Lamar? How do y'all not see it?
Yeah, that's a stretch.
Milroe doesn't
That's
have
a
the
stretch.
same accuracy this
With all due
Lamar does.
respect, Corbin, I don't see that. I don't see that comparison. That's a no.
Yeah, I mean for the first half of the season,
he has the athleticism, but he doesn't have the accuracy.
That's what
Okay.
everybody was saying about Lamar for the
All right,
first
hold
2
on.
seasons.
He's back.
Gabe
He's
is,
back.
Gabe is back. All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Gabe.
There
Yeah.
we go.
So did you hear my question?
I heard how you ended it. It was about my bias for Penn State.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So is there some biases? I mean, let's be real. Let's be real.
Is there? Yes. When you have a favorite player from your college, yes, there's always going to be.
It'll happen. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah,
Right. And
there's
I
always
thank you
going
for
to be
being
a certain
honest.
bias. However, it has
Sure.
very much been talked about in the past, I'd say, couple weeks that there's two generational players in this draft. There's two. It's Travis Hunter and it's Abdul Carter.
Oh, I'm
That
so
is
glad you said that.
constantly.
Oh,
TP,
I'm
I know
so
you're gonna go on TP.
Oh, I'm so
That's
glad
constantly
you
what's
said
been
that.
said.
TP, what you gotta say?
It's true. It's true.
That
There's
is a
two.
complete lie. But go ahead.
There's two prospects in this class that are looked at as surefire generational prospects, and it's not Shador. It's Travis Hunter and it's Abdul Carter. It's just the facts. The tape doesn't lie. The tape doesn't lie.
I can see that.
So
The tape
Ant
doesn't lie.
said,
Jalen, don't let him off the hook that easy.
well, you said y'all see the trade.
We can do the Shador Love Fest all we want, but let's
Let's talk Abdul Carter.
He wants to talk Abdul. Yeah, he wants to talk Abdul.
Okay, let's hear Abdul Carter.
All right.
Okay.
This
This is another thing. This is another narrative that I feel like Abdul Carter people, Abdul Carter fans, try to sneak through, and if no one pushes back, it will just continue to go through, and it will just be a point. But you have the right one, because I'm going to check that. There is only one generational talent in this draft, and that is Travis Hunter. Abdul Carter is not a generational talent, by far. And I'm going to read you the definition, and then I will let everybody up here tell me if this fits the bill.
Okay.
Generational talent refers to an individual whose abilities and impact are so extraordinary that their level of dominance in their field is rarely, if ever, seen again within a single generation, typically defined as around 15 to 20 years.
Well, shit. Now that you put it like that.
So basically, is he a unicorn?
Absolutely not.
Pretty much.
There you go.
Absolutely. You compare him to Michael Parsons. You can't compare Travis Hunter to anybody. Travis Hunter is the generational talent. But think about it. Read what it just says. Typically defined as around 15 to 20 years. Nobody has really done what Travis Hunter has done on a collegiate level. So that's why you can confidently say he's a generational talent. But see, we throw out these terms, we overuse them, and it sounds good to the naked ear, but come on, man.
All right. Maybe I should use star power, superstar. Is that a better term for you?
I will receive that.
We could take that.
Yeah,
I will receive
I
that.
got a question for you later, TP.
So Abdul Carter has superstar traits, or is a superstar. Is that better? Is that a better way of saying it than generational talent?
He has superstar traits. He has the tangibles to be a superstar. I don't think he's a superstar just yet, but I get he's a superstar talent, I guess you could say.
Upcoming superstar. Up and coming superstar. Yeah. I'm a word person, so forgive me. It's just every word means something to me. So
No. I mean, and you're not wrong. Words have meaning. Words have meaning.
Sure.
Now, okay. Now look. Now let me get on. Now, Gabe, if you will, I'm going to explain the conversation we had because everybody saw that post I made about Abdul Carter. Hell, some of y'all was in the show last week. Mm-hmm. Look, the only problem I have, and Gabe, it's not that I'm trying to dismiss Carter or say he's not that generational, as you would put it, right? I'm just saying, right? Although I know the definition. My concern is the injury, and it's probably a non-issue. But with that type of athlete, that type of explosiveness, every single play, it just takes one offensive lineman, either in practice or in a game, to make one wrong step on that same foot with that same hairline fracture. That's no big deal, and his season's over.
I agree that.
Hold on, let me finish though. That is our MO for the New York Football Giants for the past since Judge. Yeah. I mean,
There's always one giant every single year, man. That just Every time one man goes down,
I
and
would
with
go
an
with more.
injury-prone player like that, the Giants are not injury
Whoa, whoa,
friendly.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
don't
whoa,
want to
whoa,
say
whoa.
injury prone. I don't want to say injury
I was
prone
about to say
because this injury was not caught until it was the combine, if I'm not mistaken. Please
Yes, that's true.
correct me if
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, so
wrong.
the combine he
Right?
caught
I
on
thought
to
I
it.
thought
Yeah,
I thought
correct.
that was the
As far
playoffs.
as
I might
I
be
know,
tripping.
far as I know, he didn't even know he had the injury,
Yes, that's correct.
which is a good sign. But at the
that's
Yeah.
same time, I mean, with his explosiveness, right? I mean, we're talking about he's about to be the next Micah Parsons, right? Because I mean, as you see in Gabe's avatar, he wore number 11, okay, as a homage to
That's a
Micah
sacred
Parsons,
number. That's a sacred number too.
and yes,
At
so
Penn State, it's a tradition. Yeah.
Yeah.
right. So
Before Micah
again,
Parsons.
I
Before.
just say this that do I want to? And I don't know if you saw this quote because I've been getting hammered from Giant fans because I'm like, no, we need to be more cautious or tread lightly with Abdul Carter because of the injury. Look, I get it. Yes, I want to be wrong. I want to get okay. Let's say we draft him, right?
Okay.
And he has a record-breaking 6 sacks against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas, and I'm there watching it. I would love to be wrong. No, I don't want to be right. But injuries has just been pissing me off for years. I mean,
Right.
Thomas went down off whole offensive line collapsed.
yep.
I mean, so and that's where I'm at with that, Gabe.
Right. I would here's what I would say. Here's what I say. I wouldn't say we should just be tossed aside. I agree it's something that should be brought. It's actually one of my only concerns with Abdul Carter out of all his things. That's one of my it is one of my concerns. I agree with you, Sneaky, that it should be a concern. However, what I look into is the fact that, like, first of all, there was a debate if he was going to need surgery or not, and he was cleared to not get surgery, so that was important to me. He hasn't had a surgery that's altered his foot. That was kind of important, which means he doesn't have to recover from that sort of.
He hasn't had surgery today, like yet.
Right, but I don't think he will. I don't think he will need. Here's the thing: if NFL teams, Abdul Carter came in for a top 30 visit to the New York Giants, and I'm sure he did one with the Browns. I don't know on the top of my head. He did one with Tennessee. In this day and age in the NFL, if they catch something on it, they do a physical and everything on a top 30 visit. If they catch something, it's gonna get out, and there's gonna people are gonna be talking about it. There's no one's talking
for sure.
No one's talking about a setback with Abdul Carter. No one's talking about, Abdul Carter might need surgery. Like, there's nothing, like, there would be so many more red flags coming out, is my point, if there was a problem with it. And it seems as if he's actually almost recovered from it in a way. Like, he's done workouts and stuff. So I'm not terribly concerned in that way. If that makes sense.
Perfect sense. I mean,
but
again, but again, and you're right. I mean, it's a non-issue. People are saying, why are you bringing it up? And I'm just like, because I'm a Giants fan.
Right.
That's why I'm bringing it up. Look, Kevin Durant sprained his ankle walking over his own player, his own teammate, God. And it turned into a grapefruit.
We're still talking about Saquon.
I'm talking about Kevin Durant. I'm just saying, right? And I'm like, and we were in the game. This is the Dallas. I'm not even talking about the Arizona game where he got hurt after the fact.
It turned into like a beach ball. It turned into a beach ball.
Yeah, it turned into a huge ass saw. He tripped over his own player, his own teammate. I'm just saying, like, just the
tread with caution. Basically,
the stupidest thing causes us to lose a player. Either it's fireworks or an ATV or some, you know what I'm saying, Gabe? So, yeah. And I'm just saying the way we get hurt, it's like, why would I want to put that, just in case, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
All they got to do is someone has to step on his foot. That's it. So Ant wants me to, and I've been trying to repeat this for a while. So Ant wants me to show this the trade proposal. Danny, would you mind reading? I ain't got my glasses and it's blurry.
Okay, I'll do the honors.
Thank you, sir.
Ant says the Giants get number 10 after drafting Carter at 3, and the Panthers get Kayvon Thibodeau and number 34 this year and next year's second round pick.
I don't know if they would do that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
But I know.
Casey,
I know.
Why don't
Go
you
ahead,
like
Casey.
it?
Well, for a couple reasons. One, I feel like if the Giants were to draft Abdul Carter, the trio of Carter, Burns, and Thibodeau make a whole lot more sense to me than getting rid of Thibodeau to replacing Thibodeau with Carter. I think Carter is a better linebacker, which I think he can take the place of Micah McFadden.
Who is a liability in coverage.
Because Micah McFadden, not just a liability in coverage, he missed a lot of tackles last year.
He really did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yes. I've been watching.
And what about with
Giants games.
Okereke?
Shoulder bumps.
too.
Like,
you said what, Corbin?
Shoulder bump tackles. They try to hit him with the shoulder. It just bounce off.
Yeah.
Danny, go ahead and read that for me. Tanya clown on my ass.
I'll do the honors again. It says sneaky, blind dash. This is why we can't have nice things, old man.
Yeah, I'm still in my prime. I'm still in my prime.
Gotta love Tanya.
I'm still in my prime. Look, to be fair, Casey, I appreciate your honest opinion. To give up a second round pick for Thibodeau, okay. So if I'm reading this correctly, which I'm going to do my best because I ain't got glasses on.
You want me to read it back for you?
If you want to.
All right. So
because you know I ain't paying you. You know I ain't paying you. So
don't mind if I do, fellas.
Go
The
ahead,
Giants get pick number 10 after drafting Carter at 3, and the Panthers get Kayvon Thibodeau and number 34 this year and next year's second round pick.
Okay,
And
so with just the way that's laying down, I think you got a lot of value there because I do believe that people may still believe that
Kayvon.
Kayvon is still worthy of a number 1 pick, but somehow Shane, talked him down to another second round. I would have done like a conditional, to where if Thibodeau played certain amount of snaps or certain amount, times in the game, that third round turned into a second round.
Yeah,
kind of swindle that a little bit, but I think it's a fair trade. Now, I would say it's a fair trade because of the fact that we're getting our franchise quarterback. Which, Danny, who is it going to be?
Shedeur Sanders, baby. Let's go.
Next time, no hesitation. Okay, next time, no hesitation.
Jalen Milroe, baby.
No, but I do see, like you said, Sneaky. I do, like you said, we do take up Abdul Carter, and they want to take Shedeur. They're gonna have to trade back into the first round, and they will include Kayvon in that package. I do see that.
So Corbin, you're really sold on Milrose.
I really am.
And I respect that. Why?
It's just we have a
wait. Let me be fair. Let me be fair to Gabe. Are you an Alabama fan?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Bears fan.
Go ahead.
Baylor Bears all the way.
Gotcha. Okay.
No,
so
but
what was it about Rose that's just like, you know what? That's my guy.
It's his stock. It's a low risk, high reward pick. It's a low risk because you have Russ, right? You have Russ. He's gonna be the starter this year. We all know that.
Plus, we got Jameis.
Yeah, we got famous Jameis. He a dub. But it's low risk because Brian Daboll. Let's say Brian Daboll really is this quarterback whisperer, right? And he develops Milroe. Milroe works on his arm, and he gets the arm up under him. Then you got a quarterback who can throw it, who can run it, who can create. It's just we're in a mobile era.
We are.
We're in a very, very mobile era, and we need somebody who can run away from Micah Parsons, who can run away from that.
You actually bring up a good point, and I didn't even think about this. Now let's say we do get Milrose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's put them side by side. Let's say we get Shedeur, and let's say we get Milrose, right? If we get Shedeur, especially in the first round, people are going to want to see him on the field ASAP.
True.
If not week 1, right? If not week 1, right? And knowing the schedule that we have, which is going to be brutal, although I still say we're going 17-0. I'm not going to bet on that.
I was going to ask you, we do go still going
even
17-0?
Even though we're going to have a brutal schedule, they're going to
Going
want to see
20-0.
Shador day 1. However, I think the attitude will shift had we were to get Milrose. The pressure of him putting on the field is not going to be as quick. Danny, hear me out before you know. I'm not trying to talk about your bad your guy or anything. But I mean, it does make sense. I mean, okay, right. we got we got Russell, we got Jameson, and we got DeVito. Let's put DeVito on the practice squad, right? And tell me how you really feel, Casey. No, let's put DeVito on the practice squad. Put Milrose at 3. We don't have pressure to start him right now. I mean, it does kind of work out. And I do want to say,
hold
on 1 second, Tanya and fine, Tanya. I'm going to try and read this. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Did we learn nothing from letting good players go? Let go, Kevin Durant. Stellar year. We let go.
I can't help but laugh.
We let go. Tibbs would bite us again. It would. I mean, it would. It would. But however.
But we will have Carter.
He will have Carter, and then we'll have our franchise quarterback,
right?
Whoever it is. And then at the same time, he'll be playing for Carolina, and we won't see Carolina for another 3, maybe 4 years, and or playoffs.
Okay.
So, doesn't Carolina pick at number 10?
See, I gotta head out.
Oh, okay, Gabe. Hey, Gabe. It's always good to see you.
They're picking 10, Daryl.
All right,
and wait, did you get your ring yet?
I did not. It's coming. It's. We still haven't heard. It's coming. Probably. I guess May now. I don't know, man.
I don't care. I want pictures stat.
I will send them to you when I get it.
All right, Gabe. I appreciate you, man. Let me hear it one time, fam.
Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Ow! Have a good one. Appreciate you, Gabe. Have a good night.
I think the Giants are going to trade back up into the draft after they get Abdul Carter.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Oh, I think so too. I think
they're going to get that number 10 pick, and I don't think it's going to be Shador. They're going to go after that Dart feller.
Jackson Dart?
Yes. I truly, honestly believe that they are going to get Jackson Dart. And,
wait, what the hell happened to you, Daryl?
Danny, listen, man. It just makes perfect sense.
I mean, like,
because if I don't think Shane's gonna go get Shador because Brian Dable doesn't want him.
I'll be honest. I think if we pick Shador at 3, we'd be reaching just a little bit.
I don't know about that.
I don't think it's a reach.
Nah.
Wait. Pause. Hold on. You said if we get Shador, that's a reach?
No.
At 3.
At number 3?
Yes.
No.
I don't think so. I doubt
no.
How so? How so?
Go ahead, Jalen. I want to hear this.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, like I'm not the biggest Shador Sanders supporter, but I also don't hate the kid. Truthfully, I do think he gets a lot of unnecessary hate. However, I also think that, like, I don't know if he has like the really clutch factor that we're looking for in a future QB1. That's
you not see that
okay.
Baylor
Wait,
game?
Hold on. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait. Did you not see that Baylor game?
He's clutch, my man. He's clutch, my man.
People were calling that the second coming of Cordell Stewart in that Michigan Colorado game.
He has the clutch genes, brother. He does have it. He does
Colorado
have it.
State, Baylor, UCF.
I'm telling you, he turned around 2 franchises, man.
Wait. What, it was Colorado State where he threw that that game winner, right? With no time left. Okay.
Yeah, but bro, he turned around. Yo, he makes franchises relevant again. He makes them relevant again, and that's what he could do with us.
And plus,
well, I wouldn't say that was a culture shift in Colorado. That was a culture shift.
It was a whole
for both teams. A whole culture shift
in Jackson State and in Colorado.
So you don't think they made him relevant? You don't think he makes him relevant?
I think I
said it
think
was
Dion.
I
I
said it
think
was
Dion
it
had
was a
more
great
of the
situation.
more of
It was a great
the
situation.
impact on making them relevant than Shador actually did.
Oh,
I
y'all not
will.
giving y'all not giving Shador too much
I will
credit,
say
man. What's
this
going
though.
on?
Hold on. I will
Well,
say this.
I agree with Casey with that part.
When Dion went to Colorado, when he told the players of Colorado at the time who went 1-11, he said, "Don't worry, I'm bringing my Louis Vuitton luggage with me." So I mean,
And he was talking
but
about
to be
Shador
fair,
and Travis.
to be fair, yeah, we could talk about Coach Dion. I mean, yeah, he did a big culture, and he did improve that program. We could say that. But I also want to just kind of throw this out there that Jackson State, when Dion left, they still won their conference the following year after Dion. That should be recognized as well. I mean, is that something that Dion started and they're just rolling on that, tradition because he gave momentum? It is what it is. But I just want to say the fact that sadly Dion was unable to win the HBCU national championship. However, he did win the conference 2 years in a row with Jackson State being the head coach there with Shador and Travis. And then from a 1-11 team to I think they won 4 games the first year. But they beat some big schools. I mean, I was here when they beat TCU. That was a big deal, right?
I say this, Sneaky. I think some of the Shador Sanders people that are like hesitant to draft him are scared off him because of his cockiness. They don't want that on their team.
They confuse his confidence with his cockiness. It's not really
And
cockiness.
that's what I'm
It's
saying.
more confidence.
So
we need that.
But
We need
isn't
that
that
spiciness.
we do need that, but the thing is, this is what I want to say about that, right? If you're scared of Shador's cock, and I'm not saying you, Danny, I'm not saying you are saying that, but if they're saying that they're afraid of Shador's cockiness, nobody said that about Johnny Manziel's cockiness, Baker Mayfield's cockiness.
Shit, I mean, Joe Burrow's cocky, and look what he's doing on his team.
With
Look what he's
Shador,
doing.
though, let's get to the point. With Shador, it all goes back to his daddy. How many people you think hate his dad?
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Huh? How many people you think hate?
They gotta stop all that shit. Excuse my language. They gotta stop it. They gotta stop with all that.
Yeah, but reason why they hate Dion so much because everything that he said he made it come into fruition.
So I was actually going to say this, but Ant brought it up. He said the thing I like the most is that he has the proper mentality
for QB
for
in New York.
QB in New York. I agree.
What I really like about
What's up,
Shador
Dash?
is his football brain.
His IQ is top notch.
Yes,
Period.
and he was mentored by the best.
Yeah.
I think his
Let's
dad
not
also,
get that. Let's not get that part twisted.
right. Yeah, I think it goes without question that his dad. Let's be fair, his dad has him prepared for the limelight. And
yes, sir.
Tom Brady had a hand in it too, though.
Well, yeah, because he did. Yes, yeah. Tom Brady did mentor him a little bit, but I mean, my concern. This is just my main concern, and I'm not worried about so much about the New York media. Because he loses 2 games in a row, they're gonna trash him, right? Let's just be honest, right?
Oh yeah.
But my thing is with him, and with his, experience with his first year in Colorado, they had high expectations, low results. I like his resiliency, how he came back the following year and put on that 9-win. Although I wish he would have won the Alamo Bowl. I'll tell him that. But at the same time, that's my main concern when he goes in the NFL. What if he gets, God forbid, back-to-back years, right? 6-11, okay, 7-9, right?
7
Is he going to rebound from that? And we're not going to know until he gets on the field. We're not going to know.
Right. You can't find out. Yeah.
This is any quarterback in this draft.
I think you can go ahead.
I got a question. Are we talking about who we want the Giants to draft or who we believe the Giants are going to draft?
Y'all already know who I want the Giants to draft.
Well,
I know you guys know who I want, but I think the Giants will end up drafting Abdul Carter.
Okay, because that's what I believe too.
I think so. Well,
that's the consensus.
But see, that's the problem. Like we don't know because the buildup is towards Abdul Carter, but then for all we know, they'll probably get a punter from Alcorn State. You know what I'm saying? That we know nothing about. You know what I mean? I'm being facetious, right? Bro, because I mean, although last year we knew we were getting neighbors, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the mock was, and you know, I can only hope that the way it's set up now is
and that was the move for DJ. That was a move strictly for DJ.
Yeah,
that wasn't. We didn't really need a wide receiver, to be honest.
Yes,
we did. We needed a number one wide receiver.
I know, but I'm saying, though, at that time we needed to draft a quarterback too.
We did, but right. Well, yeah. So we needed.
I'm not happy with Malik. I'm not saying I'm not saying that.
The quarterback that we wanted was off the board, though. We wanted
Daniels.
We wanted Daniels, man. We could have traded up for Jake May, but it is what it is.
I was gonna say, bro, ain't no way the Patriots.
I don't know, Jake. If Drake May is the answer either, but
and there was rumors about McCarthy too. That was another issue.
Oh, yo, okay. I don't know if it was just me.
Yeah,
I was literally sitting there like, please don't draft JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, we dodged the bullet there. Sorry, you're watching.
I was having flashbacks. Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico.
That's funny.
But, the only reason I asked that again is that I believe that they're going to draft Abdul Carter.
I
wouldn't mind that, truthfully.
I would like to see a quarterback though. Like
I got a question for the fan, man.
Whether it be Sanders,
do we really need a quarterback this draft?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You need a quarterback this draft. Look, they picked up Russell Wilson for a reason.
Y'all believe that one of these quarterbacks in this year's draft is good enough to be the franchise quarterback of Big Ben?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, so Corbin, let me just throw this at you, right? Let's just say Cam fell in our lap, right? Yeah. Cam Ward, he fell in our lap. There is no way in hell we'll pass him up.
Nope.
Yeah, no, like
we will get him at 3. There is no ifs, ands, buts.
Straight up.
And that's who I want.
It's just the Giants. The Giants. As long as I've been a Giants fan, I'm only 19, right? I'm only 19. The first ever game I watched was 2007. It's the first football game I ever watched.
Oh,
that's why I became a Giants fan. 07, that's the first game I ever watched.
Okay.
Right. That's how I became. That's how I became a Giants fan. They won the first ever game I watched. And so, as long as I've watched the Giants, besides Eli Manning, right, in my time period, the Giants are not known for having the greatest quarterback. We are known for having grit and having defense. If the Giants get in the playoffs, we still in the game.
To change.
So I gotta say this before we go on. I do want to continue what you're saying, Corbin, but this guy right here is a Giants fan in Arizona. What's going on, Rob? What's going on, Rob? I had to give you a shout out.
Okay, that's nice.
And then Tanya said, "Didn't we learn? Let's see, we did
passing on Jaden Daniels. We technically didn't pass Tanya. We
screwed up our chances by winning those games.
We would have had to come up with some major capital if we wanted. If we wanted,
and Washington was not trading with us,
and we did not have capital to.
Well, we had Kevin Durant.
I mean, even if we did, Washington was not going to trade with us.
Yeah, that's true.
They was not going to do that.
I'm just saying, I'm more stout on from the Giants that I know, which is defense. Right? I'm not 100% mad with a Mason Graham at 3. Or what's that cornerback from Michigan at 3. I'm not necessarily mad because the reason why I'm so big on Milroe is because we have a top 3 pick in this draft. A top 3 pick. we're getting a player. We're getting a talent. What are we gonna do after we get that talent? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's my
you
big
got a point
consensus.
there.
Building the team. The Giants have never been known, besides Eli Manning. I love Eli Manning. He was my guy. We're not known for having the best quarterback in the division.
But you know what? You know
We're
what,
known.
Corbin? With all due respect, that needs to change. That needs to change because the division that we're in right now, Eagles, they have Hurts. Washington, they have Jaden Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
And then with us, and then the Cowboys have Dak. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't worried
We need
about
somebody
No,
to
I'm not worried
throw
about
the
that.
ball. No, but I'm saying though, I mean, we this is what's
Oh.
that's Phil Simms. Yeah, man.
Corbin, the reason why I bring this up, I want to show you this. This is a rookie card of the this is
You better guard that with your life.
this is the man that Eli was trying to reach.
Was that the guy that beat
pass.
the Bills in the Super Bowl?
Dog, didn't he break
actually
all of
the
Phil Simms
Broncos
records or something like that?
The
Sneaky?
Broncos.
It was the Broncos.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
you
did.
are right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Phil Simms and a guy named Troy.
I'll finish my point about the
he
defense.
still wasn't the best player, the best quarterback in the division. But
Watch your mouth, Casey. Watch your mouth.
Aikman?
Wait, I'm talking about Phil Simms. I'm talking about Phil Simms. Watch your mouth. Don't be talking about Phil Simms. I'll defend my own.
No, I just need to make sure I heard that right. I thought that Aikman was better than Phil Simms.
Aikman was on a better team and put up better numbers.
That's past my time. I'm sorry. I'm not on this one.
Well, okay.
Sneaky, what's up with that? You got the rebuttal.
Well, no, Phil Simms threw more touchdowns.
Also, the biggest offensive line in NFL history, but
Troy Aikman never threw more than 25 touchdown passes.
He didn't need to.
Phil Simms did. So it don't matter if he needed to or not. I'm just saying. So
you better watch out now. That's Sneaky boy now.
And I'll say this too. One of them rings. Okay, yeah, Troy got 3. Phil Simms got 2, although he was hurt for the second one, but he still has 2. But that third one, I swear to God, Neil O'Donnell should have got MVP for Dallas Cowboys in that third Super Bowl. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. How many picks did he throw in that game?
2 to the same person. Anyway,
that's wild.
Some people know what you're talking about.
You talk about my guy. I had to defend. Another thing too. Hold on. There's another player. I'd be damned if anybody say anything about you. Kicked off for life.
Mr. Marshall.
Y'all better not say nothing about my guy. Nothing.
Legendary.
Fighting.
Yo, he was at the Fan Fest last year.
Yes, he was.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he was.
I missed out on that. Damn. Thanks for bringing that up, Jalen. I appreciate it.
Look, man, it was just an awesome time. All right.
My point of view
Moving
is,
on.
I'm just
moving on.
Doug Williams could be thrown into that conversation too, by the way.
Say again?
Oh yeah.
So Doug Williams could be thrown into that conversation.
Yes. You know what?
Doug
I
Williams,
got love for Doug Williams. I can't hate on him. I can't hate on Doug Williams. Yes,
Right.
definitely. That's below the belt, Casey. Come on now.
That's
below the belt.
Like,
That's
it
below
was
the belt.
shocking to hear him say something nice about a Dallas quarterback.
I was gonna say, Casey, are you doing okay
like,
tonight?
considering how
Are you
much
doing
you
okay,
hate the
sir?
Cowboys.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I despise the Cowboys.
I think we can all say
I
this.
just wanted,
we all can say that for sure.
I just wanted to see
does
what
not?
was say.
Even Dallas fans despise the Cowboys.
Oh, that was funny.
Well, you ask and you receive, so
Oh
I
man.
turned it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But seriously though,
Yeah.
we need a quarterback right now, and I think Tanya, to Tanya's point, what we saw from Daniels last year was crazy. And to be fair, I even said I said look, they're going to be good. They might not be good next year, but the following year, his sophomore year, he's going to be off the rocks, or off the charts. But now that he's in his second year, and I don't think you guys understand. I mean, I'm not trying to put down your intelligence, but you give a rookie a taste of success that they had last year. of going through that playoff run, you know, the wild card, divisional, and the conference championship, it builds up.
Yeah,
it builds up that confidence. Like, oh, I made it this far this year. Oh, we gonna do the damn thing next year. I mean, and that's why I wanted Jones to have that. You know, that even though we were 6-10 that year, get his first playoff win. Maybe even his. You know, we would have won the East in 2020. You know, just for Jones to get that taste to where he knows what it's like. And of course, you know, we've got our division where we won our wild card game in 23, and I don't know what happened to Jones after that.
Oh, so damn
but
happy.
Just deer in headlights.
Right. But right now, we do need a quarterback.
We got to solidify that position. We have to solidify it.
I got two things real quick. One, so as Jay can tell you, I got YouTube TV and I recorded all the Giants games. So I go back and watch them every now and then.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones was a first read quarterback. And what I mean by that is that if his first read was there,
that's what he took.
Was out, he was good. He was good. If his first read was there. If he had to go to a second or third read,
oh, forget about it. He freezes up.
That's when Daniel Jones struggled.
Man, how many times did he miss open receivers? I mean, we've
oh my God, that Malik Davis throw.
Look,
oh my God!
Hell, you got Malik Neighbors telling them when to throw it to the second and third read.
Hold on.
You know,
every quarterback misses receivers. Let's not.
No, I know nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. I get it.
Okay, let's let Casey finish his thought, because I do have a rebuttal.
But some of the things that I did see, and it kind of annoyed me, and this is also why I would much rather go with Abdul Carter, is defensively, we missed a lot of tackles. At that linebacker position, we missed a lot. We also had horrible secondary play.
Oh,
the D line was actually better than advertised, but most of the time they couldn't get to the quarterback fast enough because the ball was out so fast because the DBs couldn't cover.
Now remember, the beginning of the season, we were sacking them like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah,
as the season went on, I mean, it got harder. But go ahead, kids.
What I'm saying is part of the reason it got harder is because quarterback hit that third step and the ball was out.
Yeah,
because these DBs were not like I watched a game where Banks had a 10-yard cushion on a dude from the line of scrimmage.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I get respecting somebody's speed, but come on.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about Banks because I'm going to think of CeeDee Lamb and how he scored.
Let's not go back to that. Let's not go back to that.
I want to. This is why I want to push back a little bit on what you said, Casey.
Hold on, this is what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
I do want the offense to be better. Don't get me wrong, but I think that the defense has to get better. And we addressed corner and safety, which is great, but we did not address linebacker.
Oh yeah,
right.
Jeez.
And they brought in Russell Wilson for a reason, and it wasn't to sit on the bench. So that's why I'm saying I believe that they are drafting Abdul Carter. Not that I don't want a Shedeur Sanders or some of these other quarterbacks, because I wouldn't mind seeing them. But my belief is that that's what they're doing.
That's a fair belief. I gotta get that. Now, I will say the one thing I'll say about Jones. And it's the 2022 season, right?
Mm-hmm.
That year, I don't know what happened on that year, because you can see that the game slowed down for him. Okay, I will defend Jones. What you're saying, how he was a single read. If it ain't there, he's running, right? In 2022, he wasn't like that, and I do have evidence. It was when we played Detroit in a losing effort. Okay.
Mhm.
3rd and 15. He hit Isaiah Hodges. Isaiah Hodges was not the first read on that play. Okay. I mean, granted, that's only one, but that's one thing that stood out to me where in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this guy's going to be great. Okay. Okay. I was wrong. I was wrong with that. Okay. Fast forward to 2023. And then, of course, to last year, I agree with 100%. If that first read wasn't there, yeah, he's gone. He's either running.
Well, see, I think part of the problem though is that he wasn't gone. Like, I think if he would have first read and then like took off, I think he would have actually done better. But he tried. Yeah, like you could sort of see the wheels sort of turning. Like,
yeah,
but he was trying too hard.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. But like when he had to get into that second and third read.
That's a good way of putting it. They basically did. That's what they did.
You got to put it all in caps. Dumb down the play.
He's being 100. That's what it is. That's what they did.
Let's not also forget if that first and second read wasn't there, he was
special time kind of disdain for Daniel.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If that first or second read wasn't there, he was down on the ground in the backfield as well.
Who am I going to pick on now? Jalen, read what Tanya said. I'm not even going to try.
I got you, Sneaky. Well, that's depressing, Casey. You eat alcohol and ice cream, putting yourself through torture. Hello.
Tanya, you have no idea what my fridge looks like.
I got the hockey dogs in there, baby.
This is no keeping
draft. I'm excited.
Love me some Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Corbin, what'd you say?
I said this is a big potential stepping stone for New York right here because you have a top 3 pick. You have 5 picks inside the first 105. This is where it starts.
It's a huge draft.
This is where it starts. Now,
let's see.
I know we all remember what the first round. In the first round, number 6 pick, the New York Giants select Daniel Jones, and I know that every single one of us was like,
"Who?"
What?
Yeah, I did the WTF.
We was all hoping Dwayne Haskins. We was all hoping.
Whoa. Hey, Corbin, speak for yourself, bro.
That was me. No, that was me. I wanted Dwayne Haskins. To be honest,
we was all broke the record at Ohio State.
I'll keep it 100. That draft, I wanted Dwayne Haskins for sure.
Absolutely,
I did.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did.
Because I'll be honest, it's like the one quarterback that I thought was
RP, by the way.
Yeah, RP
for sure. The one quarterback that I actually thought was, well, for lack of a better term, worth a damn for the first round was Kyler Murray. Other than that, I was just like, well, I knew it. Well, actually, I was surprised when Kyler was taken first off the board. Well, actually,
I mean, it was hype though. It was so much hype around them.
That's true.
Yeah,
but I guess I'd forgotten about the fact that the year prior, the Cardinals decided to be idiots.
I don't like the disrespect on Kyler.
Josh Rosen. Oh my god! And then bro really came out and said there were 9 mistakes drafted ahead of me.
Just the height thing with Kyler scares me. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. The height.
Yeah, but I mean,
he could run and extend plays, but that height.
The one, since we're talking about Kyler, the one thing I hate that Kyler did that kind of, for me took him off of my pedestal, no pun intended, is the fact that he brought up his past records, from undefeated college? In school.
Yeah, he used to bring it up.
State championships,
bro, what?
He won the Heisman.
Oh, he did that all the time.
I mean, like nobody cares what you did in
college and in high school.
When you go from high school to college, nobody gives a shit about how many state championships you've won
at all.
Because when you're I'm just gonna say Oklahoma because that's the college I remember him playing at. When he was at Oklahoma. Nobody cares about your state championships because you're playing against every member on that team is All-American, All-Conference. Okay. Yeah. First team All-American, right? Mm-hmm. And, whatever success you had in the college, it does not carry with you. And that's on your resume. Yeah. But it's, what have you done in the NFL? The only playoff game that he got destroyed by the Rams.
Absolutely obliterated.
Yeah.
Not to mention
only knock I have on Kyler Murray. Look, He's a tremendous athlete. I love what he represents.
Still an elite
But
quarterback.
when he mentioned his resume, look, when you got to tell people I won this, won that, did you really win it though? I mean, it's like it kind of
really
diminishes
does feel that way now.
what you've done. You know, I don't remember a time where Tom Brady, and please, anybody, tell me I'm wrong. Say to people, I've won 7 Super Bowls.
Nah, they bring it up. They bring it up for him.
I've never heard anybody mention that.
As a matter of fact, I don't even remember Jordan talking about how he won 7 finals. I know he had that YouTube channel. I'm sorry, 6. What did I say? 7? I'm sorry. I was counting his national championship with Carolina. Okay, and his gold medal on the dream team.
He did post with the 6 rings in the magazine.
He did he did, but he also talked about, because they brought up, you know, who's the best player, and he said best player. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's talk about best teams. So then that's the first time I ever seen him with all 6 of his rings at one time, you know, explaining each team. But other than that, even when they talk about LeBron, when they have the comparison to LeBron and Jordan, I don't remember.
There is no comparison.
I don't remember Jordan saying 6-0. You know, but the point I'm trying to make is, you know, you don't flex your success. I don't know. To me, I mean, players will do it if they want, but you don't flex. You can't flex your past success if you haven't had any success in the league. I think that's what I'm looking for.
You know, Eli likes to flex his rings in the freestyle. So just saying.
Yeah, especially when Tom Brady's around. Yes.
That was the best thing ever.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
First ever game I watched.
I would too.
I'm just saying. I'm just like right now. I'm at a point, guys. I just want a franchise quarterback, man. I'm just so sick of waiting.
I just want.
Yeah, me too.
Not even a quarterback. I just want to be excited to watch New York Giants football.
No, I want a quarterback, man. I want a quarterback in the worst way.
I love this team to death.
I just want to win. Amen. And
yeah.
I love this team to death, but I feel like every single time there's either one flag, there's always one defensive pass interference. It's always a close game. There's one defensive pass interference. There's one holding. There's one injury. There's one something. I feel like we can compete. Yeah. I really do. I really feel like this team can compete.
This is my favorite one: illegal man downfield.
Oh my God!
Oh, that
that's
always
my favorite one right there.
That's the number one.
I'll give you another one. I'll give you another one.
And that's another thing, though. That's another thing he just brought up.
And that's coaching, though. That's coaching too.
Yeah, we're not disciplined enough. We're not disciplined at all.
Why is Jeff still the offensive coordinator?
Well, hold on. But RPOs. That's the problem with RPOs. You don't know if the quarterback's running or passing, right? You have no idea. And that's why that lineman will go, because they only got a 2-yard grace. That's all they got.
Yeah,
and they don't know, like I said, they don't know if the quarterback's going to run or pass the ball. You know, oh man, illegal man.
That's number one. That's number one.
Hold on. This is new. I hope I'm saying your name right. Anybody got any best guess on this for me? New?
Yeah, because we don't have to say it. We say it for.
Wait, say it again.
Oh, you talking about Eli? Is he talking about Eli?
I think he's talking about Tom.
We don't have to say
Tom?
it because we said it before him.
Said it for him.
Oh, I guess you're saying Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh man, I'm really anxious.
I'm just nervous, bro. I'm just nervous.
I think I want to do something. I want to do something. I'm thinking of a contest.
I will say I have not been disappointed in Joe Shane's picks.
No, me either.
Yeah, he hasn't drafted.
No, he hasn't hit on some of them. But,
yeah, that's what I was to say. Yeah,
I wasn't a big fan of 2022.
GM hits on 100% of their picks.
But I have been really happy about his picks versus like Gettleman, where he has some where you were just like,
Get a who? Get a who?
No.
Casey, I give him about a B+. Casey, on his draft.
I give him a C.
You said you give him a C?
I said a B+.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about Shane?
I wasn't a fan of the 2023 draft class.
I'm talking about Shane since he's been there.
Yeah, my bad. I was just checking.
2023.
Yeah, I'm like Danny. I'm like Gettleman who? No.
Oh my god.
Ben McAdoo.
That man made me so mad.
It's so funny because it was one because I work at the airport, right? And I went to get Starbucks.
Which one
And
you
I
work
get
at, Danny?
I work in Newark Airport. Newark Airport.
Bro, I was just there.
Really?
Yeah. When did I
I'm there
come?
right now.
Monday.
Yeah, I work in Newark Airport. So I was funny. I went on break. I went to get Starbucks. I went to get my coffee. Guess who's in line behind me?
Who?
Mr. Gettleman.
No.
I kid you
way.
not. I kid you not. And I just turned around. I just shook my head. I'm like, he knows why. I just shook my head to him.
He knows why.
He knows why. I'm like, yo. And he started laughing his ass off. I'm like, yeah. You know why I'm shaking my head? You bastard.
Hey, you know what though? You know what? The guy retired, right? He beat cancer.
I give him that for sure. That's
and he has a Super Bowl ring from the New York Football Giants. So
Ben McAdoo.
How?
Yes.
2011. And I gotta say too.
I need to get that. That's
I too have rings from the New York Football Giants.
we all got the 4 rings, baby.
I mean,
Yo, am I tweaking? Like,
What?
Sneaky, hold on. You said that Gettleman had a ring with us?
Yeah, he was under. He was under what's the name? Reese. He was under Reese.
Yeah, Ben McAdoo.
What about Ben McAdoo?
I just like saying that. That was a train wreck.
Oh, yeah.
That was a train wreck.
Wearing his oversized shoes.
Absolutely. That was a train wreck.
That was a train wreck.
Kicking field goals on 3rd and goal.
Yes.
I mean, he did. I give him this though. He didn't want to trade. He didn't want to draft Patrick Mahomes.
Bro,
but they said no.
Who didn't want to draft Patrick Mahomes?
Hey man,
At the time, we didn't know who he was though. I mean,
it's 3rd and 16. Let's run a quarterback sneak. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was
that
Judge
3rd
though?
and 9.
That was Judge, but still, it might as well have been McAdoo.
The Judge
era. Oh, that was another one. Oh,
I blame Ben McAdoo still. I don't care.
Listen, I like Dable and like Shin. I just hope it works out, man. I hope it works out this draft for them. I really do.
I wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of the Evan Neal and John Michael Smith. I wasn't a fan of that.
So Evan Neal was the best tackle coming out of college, though.
We needed that tackle, and we needed a tackle.
I saw the flaws. I had a feeling.
So you think?
I think he's going to play better at guard.
Listen.
Yeah, we
fellas,
did move him to guard.
Listen, we last year. We drafted. Was it last year? Right, Evan Neal? No, the year before it was Evan Neal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2022.
And that was best player available, right?
It was
correct.
Yeah.
This year, best player available. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Abdul Carter. You think he's gonna fall off?
No,
it could happen.
No, I don't think it's gonna fall off.
I mean, I'm not saying it will because I know he's gonna be a stud. I'm just saying I don't want that to repeat itself.
Let's be honest.
Hold on one second. Oh, okay. I was looking at Ben, not Ben, but I was looking at what Ant was saying. He said Ben was right.
Ben was right.
We let him go too early. No, look, I'm sorry, and I know you guys are talking. I'm sorry, but I gotta say, McAdoo fucked up when he benched Eli.
That was the beginning.
No doubt about that.
Sneaky, come on, Sneaky, don't come on now.
That's gonna be a blemish on his resume.
That was oh my gosh, that was.
Well, let me ask a question.
It was like 80 games from Brett Favre.
let me ask this question: have we seen McAdoo coach ever since?
Nope. Sure haven't.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't.
Hold on.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I hope he goes and coaches the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he was like an advisor or something. Yeah.
He was actually the OC for the Panthers for a little bit.
He wasn't a head coach anywhere else.
No, he didn't get a job anywhere else. Nope.
I hope he goes coaching the Cowboys. That's what I hope.
He's in the coach the Frisco Fighters.
Has he even interviewed for any head coaching jobs?
Sully, what up, baby? You were quiet over there, bro.
What's going on, man? Yeah, hey, y'all was doing the conversation. I ain't want to chime in. I figured I'd just sit there and listen and wait for my time.
Who you want to draft? Who you want?
All right, look.
Hey, say Jalen.
Nah, man. Look, who I actually want in the draft is Cam Ward. right?
Well, yeah,
That's who I want to.
Okay.
that's what I want.
Although I know that's not going to happen,
It could.
I
It could out.
wouldn't be mad at Abdul Carter, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say this, and I said it before: don't trade Thibodeau. If
Mm-hmm.
Thibodeau don't pick up this year with Abdul Carter on the opposite side, since we still got Burns, use
And we got
Thibodeau
Dex.
as a
And we got Dex too.
rotational. Right, and we still got Dex, but you can use Thibodeau as a rotational linebacker, or them times when you want to, go murder the quarterback. You
Mm-hmm.
got all three of them in there.
Send that
Hey, do
question.
y'all remember
Does anybody know
how we beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
defense?
Oh,
The
yeah,
pass
our
rush. The
defense.
pass rush.
Right, but pass rushing, right? We had
Strahan.
Umanura
And
and
Strahan.
Straight. We had
Strahan was on
JPP.
there.
Well,
We
Didn't
also had
no,
Paul
wait, but
Pierce.
no,
Oh,
hold on.
JPP.
Which
Yeah.
Super Bowl? Because I mean, we had Strahan,
it was
OC.
relatively the same defense.
JPP.
No, we didn't have
Yeah,
JPP in 07, but 2011 we had JPP.
right. In 2007, it was Strahan, OC, and I want to say like you could throw Matthias Kiwanuka in there.
I was a
but
Kiwanuka.
Yeah.
Kiwanuka was on there.
And
Yeah.
and Mitchell, the linebacker Mitchell, he ended up going to Buffalo after that Super Bowl.
And then in 2011, it
How'd that
was Tuck.
It was 2012.
Well, 2011, 2012, yeah.
Yeah,
It
that
was,
same
it was
season.
Tuck.
Yeah.
It was JPP, and then they had a third one.
Oh yeah.
Paul Pierce.
Not Paul Pierce.
Antonio
It's-
Pierce. He was the middle linebacker.
Oh yeah, Antonio
Man said
Pierce.
Paul Pierce.
It was a linebacker. Wait, I don't think Antonio Pierce was there
He was.
on 2011.
I thought he was.
I
Wait,
thought
I
it
could
was
be
He
wrong.
wasn't one
Could
of
be
those
wrong.
teams.
Hold on.
He wasn't one of them teams.
Yeah, he was in 07 because I still remember that tackle he made against Green Bay in the NFC Championship. Remember, he was tackling the guard and the running back at the same time.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was the champion. Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Earl Rodgers.
I'm so used to.
What about BJ Hill was on that team? BJ Hill was on there, right?
No, BJ Hill wasn't on the team.
He was good when he was in the Giants, bro. He was.
Oh no, wait.
Man, I miss DRC.
Oh,
DRC was a baller too.
He was a baller.
Yeah.
Back whenever Jack Rabbit had a good couple years too. Whenever he was
Jack
with us.
Rabbit had a couple years. Yeah.
Mhm.
Good years.
Oh man, I don't know what.
Aaron Ross was a good cornerback, though. He was a
Aaron
good
Ross.
cornerback
Aaron
for
Ross
us.
was a good enough. Yeah.
Ross was a
Yep.
beast.
Yeah.
What was
man.
that free safety we had? Well, who was that free safety we had?
Antro Roll.
and
No, the
Control
other
roll.
one.
Yeah, it was Eli Apple.
Roll.
The original 2-6.
Webster, we had Webster. Remember
Corey Webster.
Webster?
Corey Webster.
Yeah.
Yep.
Quarters. Can't forget about Quarters.
McQuarters.
Oh
Caught the
yeah, he
interception
made that.
from
He
Romo.
made that interception in the end zone on
And
Tony
Tony
Homo.
Romo.
On Tony
Tony Homo.
Homo. Tony Homo.
Listen, listen. I just with this draft coming up, I just hope they leave with a quarterback. I just hope.
Pierce was on the 2007 Super Bowl.
Okay.
2007. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, cause like all them old school, all them OGs, yeah, most of them retired after they got that ring, cause they was
They call it quits. Yeah, it's a wrap. Yeah, they got their ring and bounced.
Pierce retired in 09, 2 years after.
They got their ring and bounced.
They just said, "All right."
I mean, after so many years, you got money saved up. Do you blame them?
Oh, for sure. It's I'm good.
Y'all
yeah.
done made me hungry.
So okay,
Everybody's snacking on
2011
something.
was Tuck, OC, and Jason Pierre-Paul, and then 2007.
Oh, listen.
It was Strahan. I know. It was
You saw when Abdul Carter tweeted out the other day, right?
What? No, I didn't.
He had tweeted out a picture of Lawrence Taylor.
Oh man.
So yeah, he tweeted out a picture of Lawrence Taylor.
LC.
I don't know if you guys ever saw that. Yeah, I don't know if he deleted the tweet.
Props or what? What was he?
No, he would just. I guess he's insinuating something. You know,
It was a picture of Lawrence Taylor.
he wants to be part. I guess he wants to be really part of Big Blue. You know.
Hey,
Sneaky, are you back on tomorrow, Sneaky?
I don't know. I'm thinking so, or maybe. I mean, you'll find out. You'll see. I know Thursday we're gonna be early.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
be
You're gonna be
FaceTiming you
on
from the
early
draft party.
Thursday.
Yeah.
What about an hour?
Well, no, I'm gonna, and I thought about, I was gonna
Mhm.
go and do like the whole draft, but I think I want to just stick it with the Giants. I know I promised Billy
Other fan
and some
bases.
other people. I mean,
Other
I'll probably
teams.
let them on,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mainly want to focus on the Giants and kind of react to our pick and
Yeah.
see if we do any moves throughout the draft. So it'll
Yes,
probably
I
most
think.
likely.
Listen, if they don't take Shador at number 3, Danny, they getting back up in the draft to get
No.
to
If they
get
no,
dark.
They're getting Milrow.
yeah.
Stop saying
Yeah.
Milrow, man. Please
I'm
stop
telling you.
saying that, dude,
wait.
man.
Telling you,
Corbin,
look.
you are probably the only person.
You want me to
in
read that
here
for you,
says
Sneaky?
They would want
Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Danny
Please.
quarterback.
All right, so Tanya's saying in 2011 was probably one of our best defensive years. You had Tuck, Joseph. I forgot about Joseph. Chris Canty,
Joseph.
Antro Roll,
Yo,
JPP Kiwanuka, Bowley. I forgot about Bowley, Grant, Webster, and yeah, we did. And Ross.
Right.
We
But
had
my point
dogs.
is, both times we had edges. We had pass rushers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So again, I feel like, to Corbin's point, you bring in another pass rusher like an Abdul Carter, I think it takes the defense up a notch that we didn't have.
No, it does. It does.
And it makes everybody better, especially that back end. And what do y'all
Improves our
call that?
improves our tackling.
It'll cover up the miscues that we have on our back end
Yeah.
because of the defensive line.
The shitty tackling. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I forgot about Cofield.
Oh yeah, damn.
Oh,
Tanya bringing
dang.
it back.
2000, yeah.
That was a big boy.
Wow.
That was a
Danny,
big
would you
boy.
mind reading this one too from Tanya?
Yeah, it said 07, we had Strahan, Cofield, Robbins, OC, Antonio Pierce, Kiwanuka, Mitchell, Ross. Yeah, Madison, Butler, and Wilson.
Butler and Wilson.
Mm.
Man, bro, the good old days.
I think the 2007 2008 team that was a beast. And when I went live with Brandon Jacobs, yes, I'm name dropping, on Instagram, he said the 2008 team was better than the 2017. I'm like, how so? And he was like, bro, we was on the field, we was confident, we knew we were gonna win. I'm like, God, I miss those days.
Yo, do you know if y'all don't believe me, true Giants fans, if you go back to 2007, they never let the opponent team get past the 50-yard line.
Ooh, really?
Defensive wise?
Defensive, once they got to the 50, they never let them score.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got to get back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And like Corbin said, we really never had a real top-notch elite quarterback before. But just to let you know, you was right about that, Corbin, but it's not going to be Jalen Milrow.
I see what you're doing there.
Look.
I see what you're doing there.
You can say what you want, right? But at the end of the day, if we don't take Shador, Jackson Dart is not running away from that Philadelphia front line. He's not running away from Micah Parsons. He's not running away from whatever the heck the Commanders got going on.
Deron Payne.
Jalen Milrow,
but you're saying Shador's not mobile?
Milrow
You're saying
is
Shador's
turn that
not
into
mobile?
a 40-yard run.
I don't think he thinks Shador is fast enough.
Shador's not fast. He's not.
You don't
fast.
think he's fast?
No.
But hold on, you think? Hold on, so
he is not an improviser.
You got to remember, Corbin. What Jalen Milrow is about the same size as Kyler Murray, right? Am I right about that?
Kyler Murray's an elite
quarterback. I was gonna say, hold up, man.
No, hold on. I'm talking about size-wise.
Jalen Milrow looks like a tight end, bro.
Yeah, he's tall.
Jalen
Milrow's tall.
6'2", 230 pounds.
He's tall.
Right.
He's tall.
Hold on. I gotta say this.
Okay. I mean, from what on my 70, from my 75, it looked like he's like 5'6", 5'7", you know.
No,
He's
Milrow
about
is
6'3", 2,
no,
230.
He's a
He's a big
bulky
boy.
guy. He's a bulky guy.
Corbin.
Oh, okay. All right. But he's still not the
Jalen
New
Milrow
York
sucks.
Giants football quarterback. Nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Hey, he said
There
it
you
with
go,
2
Jim.
exclamation points.
He said he did two
He
exclamation
need too
points.
much work. He need too much work.
He's a project. That's what I'm saying, Kobe. He's a project.
We don't need no project.
You,
We can't.
I
We
just
need
can't
a
afford that right
project.
now.
Hold on, guys. Let's let Corbin. What do you got to say? So he said.
Go ahead, Corbin.
New
I
said
can't win.
JM sucks, and he says he can't throw.
He can't throw. Go ahead, Corbin.
But
Well, now my rebuttal to that is: did you watch the Georgia game? My rebuttal to that.
When they were cooking them.
yeah.
Oh, he cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, he
He
cooking.
can't. He has shown he can throw the ball. Now this Jalen Milrow can't throw things. Got to stop. He has shown that he can throw the ball 70 yards down the field to that 17-year-old freshman. He has shown that.
Milrow is being
That freshman was no joke.
Now,
Yo,
the thing
Oh,
is,
Taysom Hill. Okay.
the thing is,
Jamarcus Russell.
Oh,
Who?
Jesus. Hey.
Who?
people were saying,
Who, Casey? Who that?
You said.
Somebody's
Wow.
pulling Jamarcus Russell?
I'm not saying that, but Jamarcus Russell could throw 80 yards from his knees.
Yeah, I thought somebody was pulling the Jamarcus Russell. Somebody was trying to get a contract and be out.
I'll say this. I'll say this in Corbin's defense. Well, it's kind of agreeing to what you're saying, New, but I wouldn't say he sucks. I would just you'd be better off saying he's inconsistent. That would be your best.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if you say inconsistent, there's really not much debate on that. Because look, the game that he played against Michigan in that bowl game, his stock was dropping like the stock market now. Like his ass had
he was in the
he was the stock market, and that bowl game was his tariff because he was dropping.
He was
Hey,
top 3 quarterback.
Going
is he? Hey, Sneaky, is Corbin telling me that Jalen Milrow is better than Jackson Dart?
100%.
That is just an insult.
No, you gotta slow it down, brother.
100%.
Is that what he's telling me? I mean, I'm confused.
Look. He's entitled to his opinion. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
and
is.
but at the same time,
no, everybody is. I was just confused.
But we don't know for sure until they get on the field.
They until they get on the field.
Right.
We got to put that out. Yeah.
And New said that's just one game.
They are
my rebuttal to Jalen Milrow being better is
both of them
Jalen
are projects.
Milrow can do everything Jackson Dart can do. Jackson Dart can't do everything Jalen Milrow can do.
While that might be true,
So I got a question for you. So, do we want to draft a project, or do we want to draft somebody that could just turn around a franchise, revive a franchise, as soon as they get drafted? Or you want to work in project? Or you want to work in project?
If we want to keep,
hold on. You want to ask Corbin the question? Hold on.
So yeah, Corbin. So I mean, do you want to draft somebody that's a project, a working project, or you want to draft somebody that's will make an immediate impact on a franchise?
So my rebuttal to that is whether or not we take. So this is just between Jalen Milrow and Jackson Dart, right?
That's correct.
Like, are we debating between those two? Like,
no, I'm just saying. Do you want to between? Because you want Jalen Milrow, I want Shador. Correct. That's what we want.
No. I'm saying that it's lining up for a perfect steal of Jalen Milrow.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Now, I'm happy with a top 3 pick, like I said earlier. Do I believe in Shador? No. Do I think that he can't be the quarterback for this team? No. Because Shador has done what a lot of people haven't done as a New York Giants quarterback, and that's play with a bad offensive line. We know that's New York. Shador already proved he can do that.
Okay.
Jalen Milrow has proven to me that he can create a bad situation and turn it into a 40-yard run, a Lamar Jackson type run down the field. Now, when y'all said it was a stretch to compare Milrow to Lamar, let's not talk about how people said Lamar sucked. He couldn't throw. He was a running back. That's what everybody said about Lamar until he got a couple years under his belt. Right.
And a couple MVPs.
Yeah, a couple MVPs.
Yeah, MVP.
Couple MVPs, even though he hasn't done nothing in the playoffs, right? That's besides the point.
Not all his fault, but yeah.
Not all his fault, right?
Not all his fault.
Now, when I look at Jackson Dart, you know what I see. Honestly, what I see.
What would you compare him to?
Daniel Jones.
Wow.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I want to go back. I want to take a step back. I want to go back to what Danny said, or the question that he asked. And he asked, this is what that I thought we were going with was, do you want and Corbin, this is for you, and I think we can open up to the
whole panel, to the whole panel. Yeah.
Okay. I'll answer first, and then
of course, we'll have Corbin answer first. Do you want a project quarterback, right? Project meaning could, not necessarily will, but could sit for a year, or do we want a now quarterback?
Yes, that's the question.
Okay. He's going to start this year.
That for me personally, I want a project quarterback with a strong foundation using later picks. Rather than
let's at least see your hat. You don't have to show your face, but we at least got to see the hat. There you go.
Okay. There you go. That's the.
No, we're good.
Okay. Wait. In this podcast, no shirt, no service. Nobody needs to see your pecs. Okay. Come on now.
Sorry,
Nobody wants to see muscle.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I had the phone backed up.
Shit.
Too much.
This is a 47-year-old man. Come on. This is a kid. I'm kidding, man. I'm kidding.
But now you made me lose my train of thought, Sneaky G. Matter of fact,
I got muscle here somewhere, but I mean,
give me 20 seconds. Give me like 20 seconds.
He's getting the jersey.
Is that a Burns jersey?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, that's cool.
You got I think he's throwing on the Burns jersey, right?
I mean,
you go.
Is that what we're doing now?
I guess
throwing
so.
The zero.
Yeah.
You throwing the 0 on?
All right, hold on.
You throwing the number 0?
Right back.
We might be
there it
doing
is.
0.
There it is.
There you go.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you another thing. My wife got the same one.
Oh, that's what's up.
Matching ones.
You
got matching ones.
We ready for draft night.
Oh,
so so project quarterback or a now quarterback?
Or now quarterback.
Project quarterback with a stronger foundation versus a now quarterback and a couple late picks.
Okay.
Damn. When you put it like
okay.
All right. Okay.
That's what I want.
Listen. I can flex too. I just don't feel like it.
I'm gonna save mine for tomorrow night now. I don't mind now. Okay.
That kind of night.
I see what type of night it is tonight.
Flex on him, Casey. Flex on him. Look
at
the OG.
I got the
socks.
The socks.
Love it.
Okay.
Yo.
No. Okay. So, anybody want to chime in? A project quarterback or
there goes Sully.
So I'm gonna go ahead and answer this one real quick. I'm gonna say, and it's especially for those of us that hope the GM and coach stick around, and knowing that wins is tied to them being able to stick around, I'm gonna go for the now quarterback because they don't have time for a project quarterback.
And that's why I say now quarterback too, Sully. They don't got time, brother. They don't have time. Time is ticking. That's what John Mara said.
If John Mara didn't say that, then I would say go with the more project quarterback, but they don't have the time. They on the hot seat. They on the let them lose 3 games in a row, see what happens.
All right, Jalen.
You know what? At this point, I guess I gotta change my answer to now quarterback because, like you guys said, is like they don't have time for a project quarterback.
Actually,
Casey.
They really go ahead, Casey.
Well, that was kind of my point earlier. That's why Russell Wilson is there. That's why Jameis Winston is there because they know they don't have time for a project quarterback. So they don't have time for it. We're not getting one.
I disagree.
So I think the definition that we kind of put together is that a project quarterback is, we're talking like a Milrose type where they will sit for like possibly the year, or come in very minimal their first year, to kind of develop them for their sophomore year in the NFL. And of course, a now quarterback is like, a Cam Ward, a Shador type deal.
But if you're asking what I would rather have the now quarterback.
Right, but your now quarterback is already going to be off the board, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But you know something though. You know what's head scratching?
What's that?
We all sitting here. We are honestly all sitting here thinking that the Tennessee Titans is going to take Cam Ward.
They are.
Well, I mean,
now, wait a minute. Listen.
They said it. They already said it.
They said it already?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can say anything. You can tell me that.
I mean, I heard that they said that they're not budging from number one.
Yeah.
They're not budging from that spot.
But that doesn't mean they're drafting
Cam
Right.
Ward.
They didn't say, they didn't specify.
True. And if Cam Ward doesn't get drafted first overall, then the Browns are right
That's
there.
going to turn the draft upside down. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Now that's not also to say the Browns don't take Shador at 2.
Nick, you know he had to correct you, right?
I'm going to call him whatever I want, and shit.
You know what?
I don't even think the Cleveland Browns would even draft Shador. I think that if Cam Ward is there and Tennessee doesn't take him, I think
that'll be some draft day shit.
So
if
I actually appreciate this question from New. I don't know if you guys can't see it, but I'm gonna.
What's that?
I'm gonna show it. Is Sanders a project quarterback?
No.
I don't think so.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yes and no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Now,
and no.
under the definition that we made up, right?
Right.
Where they will play sparingly or could sit their first year. I would say no. He can't. He's not going to sit.
He's not. He really
let's just say hypothetically, we draft Sanders right at number 3.
Yeah,
and he's the third quarter. Like we bumped DeVito.
I think he'll be. I think if he draft him, he'll bump second. He'll be second.
Well, see, that's the problem, right? Like we will bump DeVito. That automatically puts him at 3rd. He's going to have to compete against Jameson and Russell, right? At least see some kind of playing field or some playing time. But the problem is, like we talked about earlier, if this team goes 1-3, right, with Russell Wilson at the helm, not only will coach be fired, then they're going to want to put him out there to the woods to the wolves, and again. This schedule is freaking brutal.
17-0.
But still 17-0. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, I wish
you want me to read that paragraph for you?
Yeah, please. Volume 1.
All right. So Tanya said, like Corbin said, I just want watching Giants sports to be fun again. Last season was depressing and honestly made us very discouraged. You can go from the playoffs to one of the worst teams in the league. We can always ask Eli to come out of retirement. At the end of the day, whomever you get can learn from the 2 quarterbacks we signed. We've been rebuilding for 10 years, that's a fact. And what point do you say what we've been doing isn't working?
Not seriously though.
Oh, this my man right there.
Damn.
There he is.
There's
Drew.
my man right there.
What's up?
There's Drew.
This is the number 1 question I want to ask Drew.
Oh gosh.
Do you want Shador? Please say yes.
Here's my thing. I want Shador if they're confident in Shador to be the answer. If they're not, then I don't want you drafting a quarterback just for the sake of drafting a quarterback.
Oh, we need a quarterback, Drew. We need a quarterback, Drew.
And I know that, but here's the problem: is that if hypothetically, let's say that Dable, Shane, whoever doesn't like Shador Sanders, and from what you're hearing reports right now, there's mixture in the building.
It's a divided room. It's a divided room. Yeah,
exactly. If you have a front office that's not confident in this kid, they're not going to be as sure to set him up for success. So in all fairness to Sanders, I don't want him going at a place that's not confident he's that guy. On top of that, I don't want it to be that they're just taking a quarterback because they feel like they have to take a quarterback. My thing is either like Sanders, take him, be confident taking him, build the team around him, give him a chance to succeed.
Okay.
Or I want to trade back and I want to get Mason Graham and get extra picks.
Do you think taking him at 3 is a reach?
I only think it's a reach because I think whoever is there, Hunter or Carter, there'll be a trade option. You're telling me the Jaguars, the Patriots, whoever won't give you a couple extra picks to move down and take them?
But you think they could take Carter and then trade back into the first round, take Shador?
I don't want Carter.
You don't want
I'm
Carter?
one of the very few people. I want nothing to do with Carter whatsoever.
Okay.
So here's my issue.
Wait. Where's Gabe when you need him? Right.
I was going to say.
Okay. So what's your concern about Carter?
Yeah, I want to hear this. Yeah.
So I have two major concerns with Carter. First off, let me be very clear on this. If it's a talent thing and talent thing only, he's the most talented player in this entire draft, bar none, no question about it. Let me get that out at the bat right there.
Travis Hunter.
No, Travis Hunter's overrated.
Yo, true.
Whoa.
Travis Hunter's ceiling. His ceiling.
Where's
is a wide
TP when
receiver,
you need him?
He's a wide receiver 2 and a nickel back and corner, point blank. But
okay.
Well, first off, okay, I'll go quick on the Hunter thing.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Who the hell did the Colorado play this year?
Oregon.
Well, you mean who
Hey,
they
don't get me
play
wrong.
with?
I have the
Cecil?
same knock with Shador Sanders for the record, but I'm just saying, like, they basically paid a bunch of Pop Warner and JV squads. Like it was the softest schedule anywhere. The only time they actually played a decent team was BYU in the bowl game. They got blown out. You know what top receivers did he play on a week in week out basis?
Well,
what top corners did he go against on a week in week out basis?
But they can control who they play though, Drew.
I don't dispute that, but I'm saying I have to be sure of a player to take him 3 overall. That's a legitimate doubt. Is it his fault? No, 100% not. But it's a legitimate doubt. You know,
they were in the Big 12, right?
So you're not high on Travis, you're not high on
12.
Abdul either.
So here we go. Here's the Abdul Carter thing. Since I got a little sidetracked here. 2 issues I have. One, the foot injury scares the hell out of me. I know they're saying he's healed up and stuff.
No,
that's what Sneaky said. Yeah,
that's what I said.
I agree.
A foot injury before he even touched the NFL field. Okay. Yeah. Second thing, the tow truck driver incident really scares me.
The what?
Yeah, nobody's talking about it. So he parked illegally someplace, and I don't remember the exact locations. I didn't care about that detail as much as some of the stuff in this. He parked illegally somewhere. He goes out to go to his car. The tow truck driver is literally broken into his car to tow it away. Because, again, he's parked illegally. Okay. He literally physically assaulted the tow truck driver and yanked him out of his car.
I don't need him on my team.
You know what? And I didn't hear it too, but I hear people say, "Oh, I would do the same thing." You know what though? If I
his attitude is an issue. His attitude.
Exactly. Let's put this in the real world for a second. It's not even attitude. That's also decision-making skills right there. Okay, because let's say you're at a job interview. I don't care how damn talented you are. So what's up with you lately? Well, let's say I physically assaulted a guy who's just doing his job. You parked illegally. That's on you.
Okay, I don't
and
know.
Don't tell me he don't have the money to get his car out of the
So no accountability on this part.
I don't know if this story is for real or not. I still have to look it up. But you said the tow truck driver broke into his car?
To tow his car away.
That's not part of the job.
Okay, all right. So hold on. All right, I'm reading. Okay, it kind of popped up a little. If you type in Carter
tow truck
incident.
Yeah.
It says Penn State player accused of assaulting tow truck driver.
Okay.
All right.
That's all it says.
April 24th. I ain't got my glasses, so I gotta.
Oh shit! Gotta put it much closer, Sneaky. Much closer.
Penn State,
a bigger tablet.
Penn State football player facing misdemeanor assault charges after confrontation with the tow truck driver last month. In College Town or in College Township, Abdul J. Carty, 20, is accused of forcibly pulling the driver from the tow truck and throwing him to the ground during the incident. The Nittany Lion defensive end was charged on Wednesday with a second-degree misdemeanor counts of simple assault and a summary count of harassment.
There you go. So he yanked him out of the tow truck, not his car. Okay.
Yeah.
But
and it says we are aware Okay, we are aware of the charges against Carter. These allegations do not reflect the values and standards of our program and will be addressed. Penn State Athletic wrote in a statement provided to statecollege.com. We will not comment any further as this is an ongoing legal matter.
So that has to be
now
cut.
when did
That
this
has to be
when did
dealt
this
with.
happen?
Said last
Does it
month.
say the
Oh
date
yeah,
on it? Does it say a
April.
date on
It
there?
says April. Well, this report was written April 24th, 2024. So yeah, last
a year ago.
So a year.
A
Okay.
year ago?
Yep.
Wait, this happened last year, and we just hearing about it.
I'm telling you, no one's talking about this.
Wow.
No one's talking about this.
That doesn't bother me at all.
You don't think that it bothers you having that kind of
Well,
person in the
that's-
locker room?
Well,
I mean,
maker?
you take a bad situation like that versus a guy who's had multiple legal problems. A guy in Ed Reed who was still the best guy in the locker room for that team at the time. Ed Reed had a bunch of off the field issues, and he was still a dog. He was still a good player for the Jets. So,
Right,
I mean,
so
I don't think we can minimize though assaulting someone.
that doesn't have nothing to do with football. I want him to assault the quarterback. That's what I want.
Listen,
him to do.
I'm going to judge you based on your decision making skills as well. Because
okay, so now to be fair, he did get, hold on. It says Penn State player Adil Carter was placed on 1 year accelerated rehabilitative deposition. It's called ADR or ARD.
So angry management.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Program for first time offenders.
Damn, I didn't know about all this.
Let's just say, he's a first time offender. Let's point that out. After being charged with assaulting the tow truck driver, the program could lead to charges being dismissed and the record expunged if completely successful. So that's probably why I didn't hear about it, because he completed the program, therefore was rehabilitated. Now,
But that's still on his record though.
And
well, it's expunged.
There's a lot of rumors floating around too about issues with him at Penn State as well. And there's been other issues that have been kind of swept under the rug, which doesn't shock me. Let's be honest. There's a lot of football players. I'm not trying to say him as only one. There's a lot of football players. The team sweep things under the rug. And let's be honest. Penn State is kind of known for sweeping certain things under the rug over the years.
Facts.
So
yeah, facts.
Where's the game when you need him? Where's the game when you need him?
And that's what I'm saying. So I got bad decision making skills.
Oh, I got you.
Immaturity. And injury issues when the kid hasn't even played it down in the NFL yet. Like I can't, and it's not just the foot; it's also the shoulder was still healing up. Last I heard too, that he had hurt in the Pro Bowl. I said Pro Bowl. I said their bowl game. So it's like there's too many question marks. Again, I hate to use a Gettleman term. I'm going to use a Gettleman term though. I'm picking at 3. I need a gold jacket guy. I need a guy that I trust. This is a sure bet pick, and there's not a single one in this draft, except for one guy in my eyes who I think it's picking early, and that's Mason Graham, because he's not the pass rushing defensive tackle. He's just the clog up the middle guy, and that's why I'm saying if you could trade back with, let's say, the Jacksonville Jaguars, even go one back with the Patriots at that point, if they want Carter or they want Hunter, you can get some extra picks, and you can go ahead and pair Mason Graham with Dexter Lawrence. And then go back in the third round, because I'm big on 2 tackles. I want 2 defensive tackles in this draft. You go get like a Darius Alexander or TJ Sanders, something like that in the third round, and you get that trio going in that 3-4. Woo.
I'd rather have Tyler Brown from Alabama.
Listen, at this point, there is so many damn good defensive tackles.
I want to
defensive tackles.
I want to just kind of piggyback off of Drew's, analysis of Carter. I'll say this. The legal issues, I don't know why for me that doesn't stand out as much. I don't know why. I'm not going to dismiss it. I mean, I'm pretty sure they asked the question about it in the interview, kind of asked what happened, his events, his story. For me, I would look at the foot injury more so than I would his legal issues. I mean, or issue, not but I would, for that one instant, I would look at any past histories. Like, is this a one-time deal? Has it happened before? What did he do in high school? What was he like in middle school? I dig deeper. But again, to me, I'm with you 100% about that foot injury, because like I said earlier in the show, we get injured for stupid shit as a Giants football player, as a Giants team. Like I mentioned, Kevin Durant sprained his ankle walking on someone's foot, his own teammate's foot. We got people that don't know how to handle fireworks or ride a quad.
The mopeds, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
our kicker gets hurt for kicking.
Exactly. Yeah, no, chasing down. What the hell is a kicker chasing down a linebacker for? Or return man. Come on now.
I kind of like that actually.
Did you like that, Drew? Did you like
I want him to. I want him to.
But he's already injured.
Yeah,
I understand that. Here's the problem: they started him in the game when he already was injured.
They should never start on period.
You should have gone ahead and brought up what's his name, the kid from Rutgers, for the game at that point and call it a day, and not risk getting Gano injured at 38 years old, already having an injury at that point. Look what happened the year before; they repeated the same problem.
So Tanya said, "Did the foot injury happen due to the incident? That makes me question how he will be on the field. A foot injury can be bad because there are so many." Tiny bones in the foot, and that's all I'm saying is I can imagine him making an incredible play, right? An incredible sack, but while he's down making the sack, a lineman steps on his foot, breaks it more. That's my concern, and I don't think
It's not broken though. For the record, it was never broken. It's what they call a stress reaction, which is like same as when you hear the term of stress fracture from repetitive use and things like that. This is like you're one step away. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to break it kind of scenario.
Well, Drew, that does not make it any better.
I'm not saying it does. I'm just trying to kind of clarify real quick there.
Yeah.
It wasn't broken.
And I'm glad you corrected me. I thought it was a hairline fracture that was on his foot.
Stress reaction they call. But what scares me on that is he's supposed to be having the best training staff he'll probably ever have pretty much his whole entire life right now. You're leading up to the draft, you're doing your pro day, the combine, all that stuff. You have a swarm of people around you, training-wise. Let me get a stress reaction. So either you got bad advice, which means you hired the wrong people, or you didn't train properly.
Right. I think that we're misinformed on when the injury happened.
It happened in the offseason. I mean, that's what they caught it at least. We don't know as far as when it started happening. Obviously, no one does.
From what I heard,
they caught it during the combine,
he was playing with it.
Yeah.
From what I heard.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I gotta wrap it up. I really appreciate this. Let me see. Billy, I just want to bring you on real quick, man. I just want to hear you say the outro. I don't want you to be in the backstage for no reason at all. Can I hear it one time from you?
All right, Sniggy, I'll see you Thursday. Let's go, Giants. Out.
Appreciate you, bro. Be good. Seth, you got a minute, man. What do you got?
I was just wanted to say hopefully you guys, you do decent this year. Damn, 25 today, bro. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Seth. Happy birthday.
Appreciate it.
Happy birthday,
guys. I appreciate it.
You changed
I
the
just
name to
wanted to say I love your show, Sneaky. Love you having me on, and I'll see you Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the love too. Appreciate that. Sully.
Yo.
It goes, man.
Let me hear it one time, man.
Let's go Giants. Ow.
I appreciate you, fam. Hey, I'll be doing my show Thursday for the draft. It's gonna be early. So
all right, I'll tune in. I'll be at work, but I'll tune in most definitely.
But
I was gonna say, how early we talking, Sneaky?
I don't know. I got to see what time the draft. I think the draft starts 8?
8, yeah.
8 o'clock on the dot, baby.
So
the first pick will be in by 9 o'clock. I hear. I'm just messing.
I'm
messing around. It feels like it takes forever. Like to me,
really
you
does
should
feel
start
like
the draft.
Yo, it takes forever.
The first pick should be in at 8 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's BS.
I might start 30 minutes earlier, like 7:30.
All
right,
7:30.
Because we know we've been waiting for this pick since September. So
September, pretty much.
Guys, imagine if we didn't beat the Colts.
Retired.
Bruh.
Daryl, let me hear it one time, fam.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate you. Jalen, let me hear it one time, man.
Let's go Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you. Corbin, man, this is not your first time on the show, right?
No, this is my first time.
First time? Oh, okay.
Oh,
All
it's
right.
your first time?
We
Oh,
popped the
Appreciate you
cherry.
coming
brother.
on. Normally I give everybody a minute to get what's on their chest, but we're obviously we're past the 2-hour mark, so that's why I'm kind of like trying to hurry people getting off. So, but I appreciate you coming on. I'd love to see you Thursday for the draft. If you're not having a draft party, we're gonna have a draft party here. So
yeah, I'm having a draft party with a couple of my sergeants. They're gonna come on down, and a couple of other people from my platoon. So,
well,
we're gonna get drunk and
you in the Army?
Oh no, I'm in the Army.
That's what I that's what I asked. I said, "Are you in the Army?"
Oh, I thought you said, "Are you a Marine?"
Oh no, I would never insult you like that. Never.
No, I'm in the Army.
What's your MOS?
I'm 11 Bravo.
Oh,
bang, bang.
Oh,
You know what that means.
yeah. He can walk for miles.
I can run for miles too.
And run. Yeah. How long you been in?
I've been in now a year and 2 months.
Oh wow. How long's your contract for?
I got 2.5 years left before I re-enlist.
Well, I'm an Army vet. I appreciate your service and
I appreciate it, man.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy
I
that.
just want to say, Sneaky, I first saw you whenever I was on TikTok one day, and I saw you made a Dallas Cowboys post, and then you had, "If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it." That's how I saw you. That's how I saw you. I never pressed the follow button so fast in my life. Never in my life have I pressed the follow button so fast.
Yo, that goes back. That goes back, man. I appreciate
remember
the love.
that's a throwback, yeah.
Yeah, that is a throwback. Yeah, because I had a Carolina Panther fan talking about who's that? Who would want to be a Giants fan? I'm like, well, allow me to respond.
Yeah, as opposed to the rich history of the Carolina Panthers and they're almost getting 2 rings.
Hey, as a guy who was from North Carolina and had to live through the Cam Newton era, I know.
And just so you know, for the record, I was sore for 3 days from that one post itself. I was moving too many muscles.
I'll tell you what, you got to follow in a heartbeat with that one. I mean, I never pushed it so fast in my life.
Oh man, I appreciate you with that. I appreciate that. Now, are you familiar with the show and what we do here?
No, not really. This is the first time I've been able to catch it.
Okay, so as you're aware, we had a couple people already kind of give the out. You know my outro, right?
Oh yeah, of course I do.
That's all I say. Like I said, normally I'd give people, a minute, say what's on their mind. But tonight, let me just hear it one time.
All right. Let's go Giants. Ow!
I appreciate you, fam. Have a good night.
Appreciate you, man.
Man, he brought up an old one. Oh,
wow,
my God.
I forgot about that video.
I'm going to tell you, day made by far. Yeah. Casey, appreciate you, man.
Always fun.
Let me hold on. I got a warning. Okay, I'm sorry. I had a warning or something.
Casey was flexing today, bro. He was flexing today.
Cowboy Up Podcast 2024 said haters. Yes, we are.
Facts.
Yes, we are.
We don't hide that.
Damn proud of it too.
Yeah. I got it right here. Right here.
And it's what, Sneaky? And it's what?
It tickles. And it's 2-ply. And it's
2-ply. There you go.
Yeah. Casey, let me hear it one time, man.
Hey, let's go Giants.
Oh! Appreciate you, fam. I'm gonna go with hold on a sec. Yeah. But I love y'all. Hey, love you too, fam. Love you too.
I'll let Drew finish it off.
All right. Yeah, Danny, let me hear it one time, man.
I let my boy Drew. And Team Shador for life, and let's go Giants. Peace, y'all.
Danny, I gotta somehow, I don't know if you could bring like headphone, for your phone or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll be at the draft party. So
I'd love to talk to you somehow through there if we can. If not, no harm, no foul.
I'll try to, because sometimes that signal be shitty as hell.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The MetLife.
Once you go inside of there, like your phone is like, forget about it.
It's bad. No, you're right. I forgot all about that.
I'm gonna try, but if not, you know why.
Oh yeah. I know. All right, man. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Drew, as always, I appreciate you coming on.
Happy to catch the tail end at least today.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll have a minute. I don't know if are you doing a draft show Thursday?
We're going to be on literally every single pick Thursday, every single pick Friday, and we're doing a show Sunday at 1 p.m. doing a recap of all the players we got on Saturday, as well as a recap of the draft overall. So we are jam-packed this weekend. You know it is.
That's what I'm talking about. And I wanted to do a show Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but we had stuff already. Yeah. And that's why I'm not at the draft. That's why I'm not at the draft this year. But hey, man.
And then next Wednesday, we're going to do a recap of the other NFC East teams and what they did in the draft as well. We always do that every year, too.
Oh, shit.
So go over what the Commanders, the Eagles, and the Cowboys do.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got to see him twice a year.
Please go check out my guy, Drew. Two giant
goop balls on literally pretty much every podcast forum. There pretty much is YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it there. All the audio podcast stuff up the next day as well, too. So those people that listen to audio on the way home from work, the way into work, it's everywhere.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, Drew, if you ever got time, Tuesday, Thursday, please, you can.
Yeah.
Swing by and say, hey, man.
No, I love swinging by there. Appreciate you having me on.
Hell yeah. Let me hear it one time.
Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Appreciate you, fam. Great show tonight. I'm so glad that got everybody to jump on. Corbin, thanks for coming on for the first time. Aunt, Tanya, Billy, Seth, people on TikTok. People on TikTok and Instagram. Thanks for coming on. Calm before the storm. Calm before the storm. We got, and the military guys would understand when I say this, we got a day and a wake up. I appreciate y'all. Please make someone happy. Put a smile on someone's face. And I got a new theme that I'm going to be preaching. Not preaching, it's just a suggestion. You can take it all you wanted, take it a grain of salt, whatever. But do me a favor. Keep your hands to yourself. That's it. A philosopher by the name of Little John said it best. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Love y'all. Have a good night. Let's go, Giants. Ow!
Is this thing on?
It's your boy, Stefan, a.k.a. SneakyG.
Yeah. Lyrical assassin.
Let's go, Giants.